Story. This actually happened to me. It was a few years ago. I was in a bar in Stockwell, which is in South London. Now, I'd been in there all day drinking pint after pint of Guinness, fairly well oiled. Me and my pal Mick was sitting drinking, and the pub's getting busier. Now, there's one table left in the whole pub, just to my right hand side, so everything's really, really close together. I see this group of girls coming in. So the girls are pointing over, there's a table over there in the corner. Now, the first girl that comes in, you know, by the look of her, she had a bit of a problem with her feet. She couldn't keep out the fucking chippy. Now, the one that I was really looking for was this big, tall redhead. Now, this tall redhead started heading towards the table, and I could see she was angling to sit in next to me. She had legs up to here, miniskirt to here, and as she turned to squeeze by me, I caught a whiff. Fuck me. Talk about rusty roof, smelly garage. This girl was certainly a stranger to Vagisil. Now, as she sat down, I was praying she put a magic shred in the front of my knickers. So she sits down, I continue drinking my Guinness, me and my mate, pint after pint, and I can see her starting to give her a wee bit of the old Edwin Starr, the bit of the old eye-to-eye contact. So I'm thinking, he's been fucking drinking Malibu and weed killer when he was last up at the bar. So I finish my next pint, he goes to the toilet, I'm sitting there, I come back, I go to the toilet, rather, and go back to my seat. He's sitting in my seat, he's got his arm round her, he's cuddling her, his all pals are all giggly. He's like, Martin, come on, the girls are coming back to mine, you're up for it. I was thinking, well, I'd rather do something a wee bit more enjoyable at the West Highland Way with a stone in my shoe. So, basically, he puts his beekeeper suit on and takes her up the road, and I'm stuck myself, so I finish off my pint of Guinness, and I'm heading out absolutely hammered onto Stockwell High Street. You know, thank fuck there was no police there, because I had a Brazil top on at the time. So, I'm walking down Stockwell High Street, absolutely hammered, and I see this, obviously, Mark II licensed minicab. So this big West Indian gentleman shouting me over. He's like, come on, I'll take you home, absolutely hammered. Now, observational skills were totally out the window at this point in time. So I get into this cab and don't think much of the broken glass and the screwdriver. So driving along and being a bit street, you know, I asked him if he had any musical youth or Eddie Grant. So driving along, just saying, I don't wanna dance with you, baby, no. And it's all very friendly, and then suddenly the CD changes, as does the mood, and it's all this, what's my motherfucking name? And I'm looking at him thinking, this isn't the B-side of Pass the Dutchie. So we continue to drive. And I'm saying, look mate, I need to go home, I'm dying for a shit, I really need to go home, please get me home. He says, you need to go and get some weed. I'm thinking, listen mate, just going to get me a central area, I'll get out of the cab. He says, no, I need to go and get some weed. Turn a corner and I'm in a sprawling South London housing estate, which I can only describe as home from home if you're Shannon Matthews. Now, so he stops the car and stop the car and he says, I don't want to leave you here, mate. I don't want to leave you here. There's too many bad boys. As if I was going to get out and ask them to fancy the game of Kirby. So I'm sitting in the car and he says, please come with me. There's a lot of gangs round here. So one side of my brain's thinking, better the devil you know. The other side's thinking, I think I'd rather go to a pool party with Michael Barrymore. So get out the car, walked him towards this block of flats. He chaps the door. We walk in. We're all in a fucking crack house. At one end of the hall, I've got six-foot yardie types, and to my left, I've got a fat crack whore. Now, when I say she was fat, her blood type was ragu. If she'd worn that Malcolm X t-shirt she got for Christmas, Airwolf could have landed on her. Now, I don't know how many guys she'd been with that night, but Fanny looked wetter than Rod Hall's roof. So one of the guys shouted me over. He's like, come over mate, where you from, where you from? And you know how that way when you're 16 on holiday, you kind of think, if I say I'm from Glasgow, everybody shits himself. Didn't really seem to work too well. Guy turned around and go, you're from Glasgow? Well, we do smack as well, but we fucked if you got Greggs at this time of night. So what after seems like an eternity, my wee friendly cab driver, he runs out of one of the bedrooms, he's out his nut and crack. It was like Maradona and Whitney Houston's love child. He's like, Martin, come on, we're going back home. And I'm thinking, get me out of here, what have I get myself into? So I go back into the Mark II licensed cab, driving along about 100 yards, he waves to somebody. Next minute, this guy jumps in the back, gives you fucking money, the two of them are robbing me. I'm absolutely shitting myself, there's all sorts of things going through my head. First of all, I'm going to be robbed every penny I've got. Secondly, I'm going to have an arsehole looks as though I've been fingered by a rhino. But trying to explain to my new boss why I needed time off to go to victim support. So I continue driving, I'm saying, look, I've given you my money, let me go. And he goes, you're going nowhere. You're going ATM. ATM? I thought he meant arse to mouth. Just meant a cash line. So we did it driving along, pulls into this Esso garage to use my cash line card. So I'm sitting there, I'm trying to plan my escape. Thinking, how am I going to get out of here? Trying to plan my escape, but at the same time, trying not to laugh at a crackhead trying to use my cash line card. It was like fucking Stephen Hawking trying to use an Etch-a-Sketch. So I'm looking, I'm like, right, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it now. So the guy's sitting next to me, I think, I'm going to get out, do it now. So I open the door and I start doing this zigzag run, like Escape from Colditz, zigzag. And so I'm sprinting. When I say I'm sprinting, for anybody fit out there, it's like 1500 metre pace, but I'm running as fast as I can. And I'm running down the high street, thinking, fucking hell, I've nearly been pumped and everything, get me out of here. So I see this big yellow light, and I head towards this yellow light, and as I get closer to it, thinking, safety, please get me home. I run, and I see it's a kebab shop, thinking, I'll get out of this one. So I run towards the kebab shop, open the door, to my absolute horror, it didn't do munchie boxes. Thanks very much, good night.